basics in Pilates. So if you're new to Pilates and haven't done any exercise for a while or feel like you've got some lower back tension, this is a great way to start. So you're going to need a mat, pretty much nothing else, maybe a pillow to support the back of your neck if you find that your shoulders are tight, and we're simply going to start off with lying down on your back. So to start with, we want to bring our spine in a nice long position. So bring your feet in line with your hips, and then slowly just bring yourself down so that you're lying down on the mat. Arms are down by the floor, and then your feet are under your knees or just in front of. So to start with, we need to align our pelvis. So we start with rocking the pelvis. So I want you to think about just the movement coming from our pelvis to start with. So arms are by our side. So I'm going to move my right arm up so you can see my pelvis moving. And then you're simply going to start to rock. So relaxing the shoulder blades down, you start to turn the pelvis so that you move the pelvis towards the belly button. It feels like you're lifting your glutes up. And then push the tailbone down so that you push your tailbone into the floor, going the other way. Rolling the pelvis, this is my hip bone moves towards belly button. And then push, hip bone moves towards the feet. And then keep going. So you're simply rocking backwards and forwards. Then we're going to start to breathe. Inhale, push the pelvis away. Exhale, pull the pelvis towards the belly button. Keep relaxed through the shoulders. Go again. Inhale, pelvis goes down. Exhale, pelvis comes towards you. Feet stay heavy into the floor. Go again. Inhaling. So just a gentle rock. So we want a movement to come from our pelvis, not from our rib cage. So just gently keep your feet planted into the floor and then just start to move the pelvis backwards and forwards. If you don't get the breath, don't worry about it. Just get the movement in your pelvis first. 2 more times. Inhale, pelvis goes down. Exhale, pelvis comes towards you. Last one. Inhale, pelvis goes down. Exhale, pelvis comes towards you. And then from there, we find our neutral. The neutral is in a nice straight line. So we'll have the natural curve of our back, shoulder blades relaxed, back of the tailbone down. Relax your arms and place your hands on your hips. Hands are on your hip joints. And then we're going to start to move side to side. So I want you to keep relaxed through the shoulders. Chin is tucked in, lengthen from the whole of your spine. And then we start to move just the right leg. Inhale, open your right leg to the side while keeping your hips nice and still. And then slowly bring the leg back into center. Going on the left now, right leg stays still as we open the left leg out to the side. So we're working on our hip stability. So slowly go back, right leg, inhale, left leg stays still as the right leg opens to the side. Exhale, slowly to bring the leg back into center. Going again, keep your head, neck and shoulders nice and relaxed. Just one leg moving out at a time and then slowly allow it to come back into your center. Go again, inhale, opening the leg out, and then exhale, slow, gradual, bringing the leg back into center. We go 3 more. So you want to do this a few times. The more you do it, the more open you'll feel through the side of your hips. So starting to loosen up through our lower back, open up our hip joints, and then gently start to oil this whole area. Inhaling, and then exhale. So don't force it, just go nice and gentle. So a lot of times you'll see this happening. That's not the movement. So you don't want to move your hips. So this is a completely different move. So what we want to do is keep our hips still, think about hip stability, and then move the leg out. And then pause when you feel your opposite hip moving from the floor. And then gently bring it back in. And then go again. Inhale, move the leg out. And then exhale to bring the leg back into center. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. It should feel nice and loose and a nice relaxed, freeing movement. So no tension in the legs at the top. No tension in our lower back. It should feel nice and easy. Then you're going to plant your arms down by the floor, by your thighs. And we're going to start to float the arms up. So really gentle. Go with your right arm first. Inhale. Right arm comes to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, reach your thumb behind you. Now trying to keep our rib cage down, so we don't want to lift with our rib cage, so that's not what we want. The pelvis has moved, the rib cage has moved. So pelvis wants to stay neutral, rib cage soft, and then the movement is coming from our shoulder joint. So go again. Inhale to prepare, fingertips are to the ceiling. As you exhale, reach your arm behind you. And then go again. We're going to do about 8 of these. Inhaling, fingertips come to the ceiling. Exhale. Reach your arms behind you. So the reason we exhale to reach the arms behind us is to keep the rib cage soft. The rib cage wants to be attached to the floor as you gently glide the arm behind and then slowly glide the arm back to the ceiling. Last one on the right. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Slowly lower and then pause with your fingertips back towards the ceiling. We switch arms. Right arm comes down, left arm goes up towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades are relaxed. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, drop your right arm back. Now the thumb is trying to reach to the floor. If you don't get it all the way down, it doesn't matter. It's more important to keep your spinal alignment. Fingertips come to the ceiling. Exhale, gently reach the arms behind you. So keeping the length through our spine, slowly bring the arms back towards the ceiling. Try and keep your shoulder blades away from your ears. So you're just gliding the arms back and then slowly glide the arm forward. It's a really simple move, but it's really nice to open up the shoulder joint. If you have any tightness through the neck flexors and the whole upper body, this is a great way to start to mobilize. And especially that we sit down in a forward facing posture with shoulders down, this is a nice way to start to open up the arms. And then we're going to go both fingertips up to the ceiling with both arms floating down. Take an inhale to prepare and then exhale, gently drop both your arms behind you. Ribcage stays attached. Inhale slowly to bring the arms together back towards the ceiling. So we're trying to move both the arms equally. You're trying to keep the ribcage down on the floor, the pelvis heavy as the movement comes from our shoulder joint. Last 3. So you want to do about 5 or 6. Exhaling to reach back. Inhale slowly to bring the fingertips back to the ceiling. And go again. Inhale, exhale to reach the thumbs behind you. And then gently bring it back up towards the ceiling. Let's go for one more time. Inhale and then exhale. Breathe out through your mouth and slowly let the fingertips reach back. And then gently bring the arms across the ceiling and then palms go down towards the floor and we start on our legs. So you can place your hands on your hip joints or keep it on the floor. Really simple move. We're going to do the same thing that we did with our arms, but we're going to do it with our legs. So the pelvis stays in neutral, and then all you're going to do is bring your right leg up into tabletop. So tabletop is knee in line with our hip, foot in line with the knee. So you've got a nice L shape, 90-degree angle with your leg. And then gently place the foot back down. Switch legs. Inhaling, left leg comes up, and then exhale to float back down. So really gradual glide. Inhale, right leg, exhale, right leg floats down. Left leg, inhale up, and then exhale back down. So really slow, we're just going to march, walk one foot up, and then slowly place it down. Keep lengthen through the spine, keep relaxed through your shoulders as you gently glide the leg up, and then slowly glide the leg back down. Heavy through the pelvis, so we don't want too much movement through our pelvis as we gently lift and lower the legs. Keep going. Inhaling to lift the leg up. Exhale, gently back down. Let's go 3 more. Inhale, leg comes up. Exhale, slowly back down. So 1 counts for 1 on each side. Last 2 more on each side. Inhaling, knee comes up. Exhale to lower. Keep your shoulder blades relaxed. Now if this becomes too much for your lower back, then you're just going to drop the foot down towards you bring your feet closer towards your sit bones. So you bring the foot closer towards your bottom, so you've got less of an arc. Last one on the left. Inhale up, and then exhale gently back down. So you should start to feel a little bit of work through the upper legs, a little bit of work through your lower abdominals with that move. The more you do, you want to keep controlled and nice balanced gliding movement of our legs. So think about gliding and oiling this area. And then we're going to progress and take one leg up, right leg comes up, and left leg joins. So hip width, so make sure there's some space between your thighs. feet are in line with our hips, and then the knees are directly above our hip joint. Arms are by our side. Take a deep breath in to prepare. And then as you exhale, drop your right leg down. Now, what you want to make sure is that this doesn't happen, that your lower pelvis starts to arc. So if your pelvis starts to arc and you start to use your lower back, you're going too far. So we need to slow it down and take our time. So if that's the case, go back and practice these first, with both your feet down, and we start to strengthen our core. And then as your core strengthens, then we can go to the second version, which is both our feet up towards the ceiling. So you've got a couple of options. You can bring your feet closer towards your thighs, towards the floor, so then you've got less distance to arc. So we're going to do 4 like this. Take an inhale, exhale, tap your foot down, and then gently bring the leg up. Left leg, exhale, tap your foot down, and then bring the leg up. So your feet are quite close to your thighs, so you don't have much distance to move. So nice and slowly, use your breath, slowly tap the foot down, gently bring the leg back up. Keeping heavy through the shoulders, pelvis is heavy, so try not to move your lower spine away from the floor as you gently lift and lower. Last one each side. Lower the foot, tap, and then gently bring it up. Lower the foot, tap, and then gently bring it up. And then we're going to go feet a little bit higher. Now, the foot has got a longer distance to travel now, so you'll feel the difference. Exhale, the foot travels longer, taps the floor, and then comes back up. Switch legs. Exhale, tap the left foot down, inhale to bring the leg back up. So really gradual slow glide. Keep heavy through the back of the pelvis. Keep relaxed through your shoulder blades and just concentrate on your breath. Try for your head not to do this. Try for your chin to stay tucked in. So chin is in line as if you're standing, and then we just lower the leg and then bring the leg back up. Let's go 2 more. Exhale, lower the right leg and then bring the leg back up. Exhale, lower the left leg, tap the foot, and then bring the leg back up. Nice control. Keep going 1 more time each side. Exhale, lower. Inhale to bring the leg up. And then last one on the left. Exhale, lower. Place the left foot down and then release your right leg to bring both your legs down. And then just slowly rock your knees side to side. So you just want to get some movement through our pelvis. Open your arms and then just flop your knees side to side. Very nice. Go for a couple more. So just starting to roll through the back of the pelvis as you go side to side. Great. Feet come in. So feet are now underneath our knees and in line with our hips. So there's your hip bones. Your feet are in line with your hips, and we're going to go into some bridging. So no pillow behind your head. Relax your shoulder blades, and then we're going to start to move. So thinking about the spine. So now we've already done a few rocks with your pelvis moving up and down. So we're going to continue with that movement, roll the pelvis all the way up. So you want to try and get as much movement as you can through your lower spine. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, start to roll the pelvis towards your belly button. Keep rolling, and then start to push through the big toes, and slowly start to glide your spine up. Lift, and then pause when you're resting on your upper back ribs. So you want to push your feet into the floor and open from your hips. So you don't want this chest bone up. You're getting a stretch in your chest. We want to open the hip flexors and articulate our spine. So drop your chest bone down. You should have a nice diagonal from the chest through to the pubic bone. Open from your hip flexors, plant your hands down. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, slowly bring your spine down. Now the aim is to connect each vertebrae down without hinging. Slowly, 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 slowly. Tailbone comes down and then you let go. We'll try that again together. Take an inhale to prepare, and then as you exhale, push your feet into the floor. Gently glide the spine up. Gentle, gentle. Keep pushing through the feet. Push your feet into the floor, and for your knees to go forward. Your sit bones, your bum goes in line with the back of the knees. Soften through the arms, soften through the chest. Push your hips up. Nice diagonal line. Open from your hip flexors. Now take a breath in, and then exhale. Slow, come all the way down. Gently trying to come down in the center of the spine, slowly releasing each vertebrae until your tailbone releases. So let go when you get to the bottom. Let's go 3 more. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, push equally through your feet, roll the pelvis up. Gradual, lifting everything in line with the back of the kneecaps. Soften through the chest, push up through the hip flexors. Pause, fingertips are by your side, and then gently release all the way down. So it should feel like quite a nice, easy movement, and we shouldn't be pushing too much. So you should feel a little bit of openness through the hip flexors, but not a lot of tension through the shoulders. A nice glide as you lift up. So you lift as high as you can, and as you go further and you practice a little bit more, your body will start to open up a tiny bit more, allowing each time that you do this, allowing your spine to articulate. Let's go 1 more time. Inhale at the bottom, and then exhale. Tuck the tailbone, round through the pelvis as you lift, and then push through equally through both your toes, soften through the chest, and lift your hips up. Nice diagonal. Pause here and just hold. So you're just practicing to push your feet into the floor. You'll start to feel some work through your glutes. Relax the shoulders, 3 deep breaths in. As you exhale, gently pull the belly button in towards the back of the spine. Go again. Inhale, push equally through your feet. Exhale, breathe out through the mouth. Last one. Inhale, exhale, gently out through your mouth. And then slowly, we're going to release the spine down. Slow, 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 all the way. Tailbone comes down, and we release everything out. Then you're going to lengthen your arms, reach both your legs long, and lengthen your arms in opposition. So we're going for a nice long stretch. Now we're going to start to open up our hamstrings. So you're going to flex your feet, bringing your toes towards you, and then point your toes away from you. Keep reaching your fingertips overhead, flex your feet, and point your toes. Flex your feet, and point your toes. A few more times. Flex your feet, and point, and flex, and point. So when you flex, so the toes come towards you, you'll feel the length through the back of the leg. So lengthening our hamstrings, the back leg muscles. As you point, you'll feel the stretch from the front hips and your quads, the front thigh. And then slowly we bring both knees in and we squeeze our inner thighs together. So feet are underneath our knees or just in front of. Arms come out into a T shape. So relax your arms down into the floor, and we're going to start to move our legs. So keeping our shoulder blades attached to the floor, you're going to inhale, squeeze your legs together as you roll your knees over to the right hand side. The head's going to go to the left. And then slowly bring everything back into center. Head and knees come back into the center of the mat. And then go the other way. Shoulder blades stay attached as you roll. Shoulder blades heavy as you exhale to bring the legs and the head back into center. Now let's start to breathe. Go again to the right. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bring everything back into center. Go again. Inhale. Going to the left, head goes to the right. And then exhale, slowly to bring it all back into center. Go 4 more times. Inhaling, knees go to the right, head goes to the left. Exhale, squeeze your legs together as you gently bring the legs back into center. And again, inhale, relax through your shoulders. It should feel a nice stretch through our lower back, side of the rib cage, and a little bit of upper thigh. Slowly to go. 1 more time each side. Inhale, roll. And then exhale gently to bring the legs back into center. Last one. Inhaling. Slowly take your knees over. And then exhale. Gently bring the legs back into your center. And we pause with both our feet hip width. Now we're going to come up into seated. So I want you to go slow. Bring both your knees up. And then put your hands behind your thighs. Hold your legs, bring your elbows wide, push your feet down towards the floor as you push your thighs into your hands. So keep your elbows out and then slowly lift your head, neck and shoulders. Keep lifting as you push your feet down. You'll find a rocking, keep lifting, push, 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 and sit up nice and tall. Then we're going to practice to roll down. So the roll downs are all to do with our pelvis alignment. So we want to make sure we tuck our tailbone. So holding onto the back of the legs, take a deep breath in, sit up nice and straight. And then as you exhale, round through the pelvis so that you're on the flat part of your pelvis. So that just past your coccyx. And then slowly sit all the way back up. Chest is out and then go again. Inhale. And then as you exhale, gently start to tuck the tailbone, round, 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 round. Lengthen your arms, don't move your feet. And then slowly curl all the way back up. 2 more times. Looking forward, inhale. And then exhale. Gently start to tuck the tailbone, round through the pelvis as you lift. Release down. And then lift all the way back up. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. So to challenge a little bit further, we're going to let go. So at the moment you're holding your thighs, you're going to let go. I want you to reach your fingertips to the wall in front of you. Feet are planted down. You're resting at the back of that coccyx. Relax your shoulders and hold. Now you're holding with your abdominals. I want you to hold for 3 counts. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly release all the way down. Fingertips go overhead as the legs reach nice and long. Very nice. You should feel your abdominals work with that hold. And then we're going to do a couple of chest lifts. So you're going to interlace your fingers, bring your feet underneath your knees or just in front of, and then you're going to hold the back of your head. Now again, tuck the tailbone towards you and then push the tailbone down. 2 more times, tuck the tailbone and push the tailbone. So we're moving the tailbone so we can find our neutral. When we lift our head, neck and shoulders, we want our pelvis to stay neutral. So let's go together. So hands go behind the head, interlace the fingers, hold the back of your head. Elbows come into your peripheral vision, relax your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, all you're trying to do is lift your head, neck and shoulders off the floor without adjusting your pelvis. So try not to tuck the tailbone or push the tailbone down. Pelvis is in neutral as we lift up. Take a breath in and then slowly release all the way back down. I'm going to go 4 of these. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Lift the head, neck and shoulders. Eye gaze is going in between your legs as you lift up. And then gently release all the way back down. Both hands stay behind your head, elbows in your peripheral vision. Inhale, exhale, to lift up. Last 2, inhaling down, exhaling to lift up. And last one, inhale down, exhale, slowly, gradually lift all the way up. And then gently release all the way down. Hands are free, arms come down beside you, and you lengthen both your legs out. And then from here, we're going to turn around to come onto our side. So you're going to turn to your side, place your hand underneath your bicep, rest your head down, bring your knees forward, and your feet in line with your bottom. So your knees are bent, hips are stacked, top shoulder is away from your ear. So you're in a side line. So if you don't know if you're straight, use the back of your mat in order to align yourself. And then we're going to start to move the legs. So really simple move. Think about the hips not moving, and then you lift and lower. So all you're going to do is lift the leg up and then lower the leg. So the bottom leg stays still, top arm down on the floor, lift your top leg up and then back down. Do this 8 times. And we've got 7 and lower. 6 and lower. Relax your shoulder. So the trunk is still as we move only the leg. Last 4. Inhale and exhale. Nice, gradual. You don't have to go high. The higher you take the leg, the more likely you are to move your hips. So we want the hips to stay still as we move the leg. Last 1. And then from here, we're going to start to circle the leg. I want you to think about small circles, keeping your knee bent and circling the thighs. The thighs skim each other and lift up. Any direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause at the top, change direction, go the other way. You should feel a burn now. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, turn, bottom leg heavy, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause, and then gently release down. You should feel the burn through the upper mid glute, so our glute med, and maybe a little bit through the upper thigh. Then we change and we go over to the other side. So slowly lifting up, we're just going to flip over. Hand comes in line with the spine. So shoulder, knees are bent, side ribs are lifted off the floor, top shoulder is away from my ear. And then we're going to start to move. So lifting lower for 8. Inhaling, leg comes up, hips are nice and still, and then lower back down. So if you feel it's helpful, you can place your hand down on your hip. But to stabilize the spine, I always find it helpful to place your hand down on the floor in front of you. Bottom leg is nice and heavy as we lift the top leg up, and then gently back down. We've got 5 left. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Keep going. Gentle glide, and slowly place the leg down. Last 4. And lower. 3. Doing great. 2. And last 1. Keep the leg up, and then we're going to start to circle. So you start to circle the top leg, skim the bottom leg, and then lift back up. Try and keep the leg bent so we're not working with too much load. So as soon as we straighten the leg is heavier. We've got 4 more circles. 4 and 3, 2. Try and keep your trunk still. Last 1. Pause and change direction. Go the other way. 8, 7. Now the leg's going to feel heavy. Keep going. 6, 5, 4. Relax your shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Pause and slowly release all the way down. Great work. And then from here we're going to turn onto our fronts and then come into our cat-cow. So just going to finish up with a little bit of cat-cow. So bringing our hands underneath our shoulders, knees come directly under our hips. And then we're going to start to move. So I want you to think about keeping your arms straight as you move. Tuck your tailbone, round through the spine as you look in between your thighs. So keep pushing the floor to arc your spine up towards the ceiling. And then open, reach forward, open from your chest. So it feels like you're sticking your bum out and you're looking up. And then go the other way, arc through the spine, look in between your thighs as you push the floor. And then change direction, go the other way, open, shoulder blades back. 2 more times. Round through the spine, keep your arms straight as you look in between your thighs. And then go the other way, open, wide from the shoulder blades. And last 1, rounding through the spine, push the floor. And open wide, look up, tuck your toes under, bring your hands slightly in front of you, and then push the floor to go into your downward dog. So we're just using this to stretch our hamstrings and our calf muscles. So just try and stay here for about 3 or 4 deep breaths. Try and keep your heels down towards the floor, try and keep your head in line with your arms, and just lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Breathe, exhale. So if this becomes too much for your wrists, come out of it and then come back into it. Stay for 1 more deep breath. And then slowly bend your knees, place your knees down on the floor, and we come up into standing. Roll all the way up and stand up nice and tall. Standing with feet hip width. I hope you enjoyed that and your body feels a little bit looser. Going into basics, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm going to go here. I hope you enjoyed that and went through a little bit of basics. Give me a shout. Let me know what you think. If you need any more information on any of the moves, if you have any other questions, then call me and DM me and let me know what you think. Try and do this about 2 to 3 times a week, and hopefully you should start to feel the body opening up and we can progress from there. Thank you for taking the time to do Pilates with me. Bye.